Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of Twitch Wild Ambition here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. I set up McKenna's camera when she was further away from her laptop, apparently.
I will probably lean back eventually.
But now you can actually see McKenna's face. There is the snuggling of the cat.
The more important face in my screen.
You gotta lift the pepper up a little bit.
This one.
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
a baby.
But
Wiggle.
tonight, my friends, we are here for Wild Ambition, our Pathfinder 2e adventure homebrew. A couple announcements before we get started. Number one, we're down a couple people tonight. Shy is doing her show.
The players.
Abby is ill.
Yeah.
Zoe is jet lagged into unconsciousness. But
Matt has been replaced by a mimic.
Matt has been replaced by 2 mimics in a trench coat.
Oh no!
Greetings, fellow humans. Do you enjoy having skin today?
No.
Me neither. Is that what we're supposed to say?
Yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, before we get started, here are the announcements for programming. So the Starfield save file got corrupted.
That's why you weren't around last night.
Yeah, so I've just uninstalled Starfield and I'm not playing
Me.
it anymore.
Oh no!
Oh, that's exactly what I would.
I make
I
make the comment that, oh yeah, you know, I've not really experienced too many terrible bugs in this playthrough. Literally the stream before, and then what happens right after? Destruction. So, you know, Elisandra is forever a space pirate.
It's what she would have wanted.
That's what she would have wanted. But, moving right along, then, of course, every Wednesday, Wild Ambition, the show you're watching right now. Pew, 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 pew. Then, on Friday, we have the wonderful, we have the fantastic, we have the celestial astral calling. It's our campaign in another fantasy role-playing system that's set in space. And you'll get to hear my thoughts before that stream starts in the announcements about a certain film that I'm going to go see tomorrow that has Robert Pattinson playing yet another animal in it.
The Batman?
No, a
Yeah.
bird.
The Batman.
He can be both.
Yes, he can be. Apparently he does an amazing job of voice acting. It's the new Miyazaki film. I'm going to go
Oh,
with
the
that.
Heron movie!
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, the
so
boy in the
excited.
heron.
Yeah, I'm going to
McKenna
go
and I
see
are
it with
seeing it on
people tomorrow.
Sunday.
Ooh, we'll get to
Yeah,
discuss
same.
on Monday then, and Wednesday. I'm excited.
So excited.
Then on Saturday, Tabletop Bros is live with Salt and Strategy. Will, Matt, Chad, and Calf playing Baldur's Gate 3. We got a lot of Act 1 done last week.
We did.
Granted, we were playing till 1 a.m., but that's beside the point.
Well, you guys were very nice and started late for me because I was later than I like to have been because of other things.
Yeah, we were enjoying it, though, and it was a good time. So join us next time as we finished off probably Act 1, maybe? Or as, like, I guess, like, the first map of Act 1.
Yes, the Underdark still waits.
The Underdark and the Creche.
I keep forgetting the Crash is technically Act 1.
We're going to go hang out with Lazelle's friends. Then, on Sunday, we have Cozy Co-op, Will, Sarah, Emily playing Sunhaven, talking about things going on in the world. Probably this week, it might be another cat-related episode, because I have questions for Sarah about cats in their care.
Yes.
For reasons. Then, of course, on Mondays, we have the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. We finally made it to the City of Gold.
Very gold. Much city.
Yes. Avi is very excited.
So is McKenna.
So is McKenna. That's
so is
good.
Matt.
Only Avi.
Only
And-
Avi.
Next week, in addition to our regular kind of game stuff for this, there might be some fun little Christmas magic that Matt throws in
Yes.
for fun.
Christmas
Well, no, on
magic.
Monday. I mean, on Wednesday, that's
On
the
Wednesday.
actual Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Monday might be Christmassy magic.
Next Wednesday, the next session of this is going to be the Matthew Christmas special. So, place your bets now, chat. What surface will Matt have hands coming out of this time?
Now, because we are missing a few people tonight, and we'll be missing out on our wonderful friends and their wonderful personalities and their smiles and their good looks, I'm going to put a little treat in the Wild Ambition channel of the Tabletop Rolls Discord. I worked hard to get this ready for today. I might have been able to put more polish on it, but I'm reasonably pleased with it. So, this is a movie poster to advertise what the Christmas special is going to be next week.
Okay, movie poster. Pop off. Yar.
Ooh. Ooh.
I feel like I should recognize this.
You have, I believe, flipped my art, which, as we've established, is a hate crime. But I will once again forgive it, as I am a generous god. Also because this looks dope as fuck.
McKenna, more generous than some Greek gods.
Actually, speaking of Greek gods, Cooper last week had the gift of prophecy.
I prophesied that
Yes,
God
you-
was dead.
You totally guessed which movie this is drawing inspiration from.
Oh,
Which film?
I'm never gonna remember what movie I said.
I'll give you a hint. The first word of the title of the movie poster is a Latin word for it's a movie. Two words is the title.
Deus Ex?
And that concludes our shittiest game of charades.
I'm so scared.
2 words. That's all you get. But
Big thanks to McKenna for the wonderful character art as always.
yes, McKenna is amazing as always. It's
Be art.
it's a very high bar to reach McKenna levels of artwork, I find. So all of our announcements are done. Next week is Christmas special. What NPC we will play, even Will doesn't know yet. So we'll find out. But before we find out, let's talk about some lovely people that we have here on the channel, because that's why you're here. We have an amazing cast with us this evening. We have, of course, joining us all the way from the other side of Winnipeg. We have Matt playing Lorgar tonight. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm from the real sketchy side of Winnipeg, the wrong side of the tracks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
The other side of the tracks.
I'm afraid that is incorrect, Crazy.
Then, moving right along in search of good times and good news with a good friend like Coop, you cannot lose. That's why we've been doing this habit of a session. Tonight, Cooper is going to be playing Christine. How are you doing tonight, Cooper?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Someone who has to deal with Cooper on a daily basis, and a person who is responsible for the artwork you see here on the channel. We have McKenna playing Miss Honey Madeline.
Is that what I'm doing here right now?
Yes.
Dealing with me? Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hi everyone, I'm McKenna Ray Tynan, featured artist and local Cooper Wrangler here at Tabletop Rolls. And tonight I will be playing Honey Madeline, our resident gunslinger.
You can check out McKenna's TikTok at the link in chat. And before we get started, one last thing for our cast. An interesting question that is kind of pulling from Matt's tradition, though. I found something interesting on TikTok today.
Uh-oh.
What would be a worrying amount of owls to see in a day for you? Like, if you saw this many owls,
0.
you would call your parents and be like, hey, something's going on. If I don't get back to you, I'm dead. What would be a worrying amount of owls to see in a day?
More than one.
I like owls, so I feel bad when I don't see any.
I live in California, specifically the city.
Mine would be 6 owls. We have 4 that live in my backyard in the springtime, but 6, like a full parliament of owls, would be a little bit distressing.
A full parliament of owls, my lord.
Was this just a roundabout way for you to show off, Will, that you know that a group of owls is called a parliament?
No, it was legitimately a TikTok that I saw today. The people who were doing it said 4 was their number.
I think they're right.
4 was their number of worrying owls. I was like, yeah, you have to 6 for me.
What do you call only 2 crows?
Attempted murder.
Hey.
And on that wonderful bit of wordplay, it's time to roll the intro. Last time on Wild Ambition, our party made their way through what they discovered to be a petrified coral forest, in search of Alec Wimble, the town's local general store owner, who, according to Candor, a ranger for the League of Amazing Adventurers, murdered his wife. And so our party going after him, not to bring him in, but to figure out what was going on, to make sure the town wouldn't lose their only shopkeeper. As McKenna stares wistfully off into the distance, they made their way to where Alec was making camp, inside of an interesting temple built into the side of the valley. Upon the discovery of Alec, after a short info dump from Alec, just rambling about all the discoveries he made, it was asked point blank whether he murdered his wife, where it was very quickly proven that they did not, as their wife was just inside of the painting that he had hung up in his shop this entire time.
Painting lady spoke to us.
Alec told the party that he was at this temple trying to find a way to get his wife out of the painting, because it was a artifact from one of these temples that put her into it. And the party said, you know what? Well, we're here anyway. We might as well help for a bit. They began to explore the temple. They discovered a number of statues with a number of large fresco images behind them. In order, they first discovered one that was a large frog that had 2 statues in front of it. Then there was a rhino. And the other one they found was a panther.
Drought.
After continuing to explore the temple and wanting to find a place to bed down for the night, our party went into a stone room where they discovered a number of chisels that had stone shape, basically innately enchanted onto them. Lorgar, not being one to not want to play with rocks, picked up a chisel and began to work on one of the larger boulders, but he took it for granted that it would be friendly, and as he finished shaping it, it turned into a gargoyle that attacked the party. After dispatching the gargoyle, the party decided to bed down for the night in the quarters of the temple that was located just to the north of the stone carving room. And we are picking up that evening as our party has been resting. Dee Dee has some very rough evening rolling about in bed. We'll talk about that when Abby is back next week.
Shouldn't have licked the floor.
Speaking
do
of
that.
the floor, Lorgar is sleeping on it. Are they not?
I mean, yeah.
Right. Lorgar, you all get a good night's rest. Otherwise, even you on the floor. And we are going to be picking up in the morning. As you are waking up, you hear Alec basically putting what appears to be plates and dishware onto the table, as they've used the small kitchen here to cook the party a breakfast.
Wow. Okay, this place is nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Alex.
Oh god, the dungeon's being gentrified into an B&B.
Airbnb. Ah!
Oh no, the local residents are going to be so sad that their property value is going up. Come on, Morgoth.
Skeleton pops his head in. Actually, yes.
Actually, as a renter, I can tell you, Airbnbs make my life miserable.
You don't rent, Will. Not yet.
That was the skeleton. That was the skeleton.
Yeah.
Steve, get out of here.
I didn't do that in my own voice. I did it in a skeleton voice. See, this is what skeletons sound
Why
like.
do we always assume skeletons talk like that?
Because
Why
of
not?
Skeletor.
They're skeletons.
Because Skeletor sounds like... I don't know what Skeletor sounds like. I'm going to be so fucking through with you. I didn't
He
watch
sounds
those
kind of
videos.
like that, actually.
I'm voiced by Mark
All right.
Hamill nowadays.
Chat, send McKenna all the Skeletor videos.
No, that's okay. Thank you, though.
No.
The
But,
one where him and He-Man are married.
yes, that one's
Oh.
a good one.
I love that AU.
Our AO3 adventures aside, Alec has made a lovely breakfast spread for everyone. Some bacon, some eggies, and just some general, what appears to be like puffed wheat cake that they've made, that they've had stored in their pack, that they've heated up in the oven a bit, so it's still a little bit gooey now.
To be a little bit gooey now.
I mean, McKenna has many slimes.
She does.
Yeah.
You could
It's
be
true.
gooey very easily.
Can McKenna fill their bathtub up with slime yet?
Oh, for God's sake, McKenna. That's so
Oh,
many
this isn't
slimes.
even half of it. This isn't even half of
Oh,
it.
no.
It's really not.
How have you not done some sort of stream where you just review all your different slimes and rate them based on both feel and sound?
Well, you're forgetting about the scent, which is
Oh.
actually one of the most important parts for me personally.
Save
I
it
mean,
for
we're
the
down
stream.
3 players. We could just do this tonight. Don't tempt me.
The EV facsimile tier list.
Say it with me, everyone. Everything is content.
That's so true. Yeah, this all started because I was like, I'm playing a Plasmoid on Friday nights, and I should get some slime as a prop. And it has snowballed wildly out of my control.
Slime
I
is
don't know
McKenna's
why,
new dice.
but it's really giving for me, McKenna, the fucking Judy Hopps guy on TikTok.
Which
I do
one?
not-
I don't know
why.
who you're talking about, and I'm so scared.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to clarify because there's two to three different Judy Hopps like things going around the internet right now, and 2 of the 3 of them are really terrible.
They're so bad. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just don't worry about
God,
it.
I'm so happy I'm not up with current trends ever.
I'll send you a link.
As a
Matt.
joke.
This one came
I
from
love
Canada, though.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I was like, there's nothing in that. Oh, it's the one you're holding.
I see.
I thought you were making some sort of really weird dig at Canada. Like, this one came from Canada. If I had it.
If I had a Canada.
If I had one.
Dinkelberg.
Berg. But yeah, so Alec has made you all a lovely breakfast. They've set the painting on one of the chairs on the table, and he is eating and talking to his wife.
What a king.
Uh,
I love a man that speaks to his wife like he loves her.
He's just like, okay, dear. I mean, hopefully everything can be worked out, but at the very least, we still have each other. Yes, I know, dear.
So what I'm hearing is that we should go to the library first. No.
Library? Powder? More powder, Charles? More powder?
I'm so confused about where Cooper is at tonight.
Well,
I am at Insufferable Lane.
At the corner of Confused Boulevard.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you pick up us a coffee?
Yeah.
There's like a second cup there, I think.
Wait, what was your order?
Cooper just works here.
Just
Anyway,
some- I think they only have the one kind of latte right now.
Wait? Ow.
I won't learn to make
alright.
lattes.
I suppose we've got this little area around here cleared out. Do we want to go up and explore this hallway or back down through here? Past where the campsite was.
Christine
I suppose we might as well keep doing sort of a left arcing loop of the whole place.
Sure, counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Dewdrop. And Dewdrop is there.
It's
So
like a
Dewdrop's
Pokemon. Dewdrop.
Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Dewdrop.
Honey, I
Dewdrop.
don't know what that is.
No, what is?
What?
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 I love that this is where we're at tonight.
I had a feeling
Alright.
you
Strange
would
energy
be.
in the air.
Thank you for breakfast, Alec. It was delightful.
No worries. Happy to help where I can. As I said, I very much appreciate you all being here and, not hunting me down for a bounty. I'm very thankful.
That's
Okay.
true. You probably got quite a price on your head.
Yeah,
Logar's eyes go wide.
I believe it was something around 5,000 gold last I checked.
It was around how
Alec,
much?
you're killing me. You are killing me, Alec.
Or 5
sorry.
grand.
Lorgar starts vibrating slightly.
So we're protecting you, and we're just getting nothing out of it. Very
Well,
interesting. I think that's fascinating.
I mean, to be fair, if things are successful here, the general store in town will remain open and, the town won't die, so...
I suppose an economy is something to be proud of, or
So
whatever.
hold on. So let me just see if I'm lining up these ducks correctly.
I mean, I'm more than happy to give you, a discount going forward and offer you some other services that, as a wanted man, I'm not necessarily able to offer easily, but...
Absolutely.
Well, no, I'll just want to make sure I got these ducks lined up in their proper order. You're saying that, hypothetically, if we were to capture you and turn you in for a bounty, we'd be getting thousands of gold, and there's the possibility the town would fail and return to nature?
Yes.
Druid noises.
Lorgar says nothing and leaves the breakfast table.
Balti would be very sad if that happened.
Hey, you don't have to sell me on it more.
Also, Balti's going down this weird sort of druid path lately. He's been...
I don't know, might be a ranger, I'm not sure.
Oh, the lizard?
Balti is to
Little boy.
druids what hot topic 12-year-olds are to witchcraft. And no one can hear me.
Oh,
because
that
I'm
is accurate and it
totally
hurts my
frozen.
soul.
Well, we can still hear you. We heard it. We heard it, McKenna. You just froze with a very angry
Oh, nope,
expression.
you're back.
Why would you say that with your whole chest?
Because I'm right.
Ooh.
Balti
I'm
just...
upset.
Balti has made a friend, and now they're inseparable.
Wait, what did you hear me say? Because I cut out in the middle of
Hot
that. and I don't-
topic.
Hot Topic.
Druids.
Balti is to Druid what Hot Topic is to witchcraft.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
good. So I'm
Oof.
right. Why are you...
You're good.
I'm upset. You leave that literal child alone. Sure, he's annoying, but you leave him alone.
She spoke the
Listen.
truth and that angered people.
Eventually, those Hot Topic 12-year-olds probably, well, maybe some of them get actually into witchcraft or some sort of legitimate practice, but not at that age.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the pipeline that starts with Hot Topic and where it ends
Yeah.
up.
There are several pipelines that start at Hot Topic. That's probably the best of them.
Father abuse.
I mean, maybe the anime fans.
Witchcraft is the best of them.
Ow. Ow. As someone who spent, 2 hours watching anime last night, that hurts a little. Anyway, yes, let's go explore this strange dungeon. Who knows what fun challenges Will has come up for us. Maybe they'll be like a mirror reflecting light puzzle. That's very
Ooh.
specific, I don't know.
Anyway,
All
this
right.
breakfast was fantastic. Let's go get started.
How many stars on Fantasy Yelp?
Give it like a solid 4.5. The ambiance is a little lacking.
Out of
but it was
5?
good. Yeah,
Okay, because out of 5, that's pretty good. Out of 10,
that's pretty
ooh.
generous.
Christine will
yeah.
peer around this corner here.
You see a door.
Holy shit.
I have never, ever seen one of those before.
On the door, though,
Oh,
specifically, there is a very intricate carving of what appears to be a bird.
My God.
I have never, ever seen a bird.
I'm slightly concerned the sheriff has lost object permanence.
Is that the sheriff or
Oh,
Cooper?
Both. I'm also quickly just deciding, yeah, I'm going to keep this particular spell distribution for the day.
Christine will search around for any nearby pebbles, perhaps.
Yeah, there's like a rock on the ground beside you.
She'll throw one down the hallway just to see if it does anything.
It bounces twice, and then sits there,
My God.
and then sits
She'll-
there.
Approach the door then,
Right.
and try to inspect it.
It is a door. It has that beautiful carving of a bird on it. It's a little bit closer now. You can see that the feathers on the bird are almost radiating what looks to be static electricity. Like it's very intricately it's very intricately carved.
Lorgar,
Yism?
just look at all. I don't want to use the word familiar, but
No, it is. Be fair. It does sound vaguely familiar.
Lorgar, that
Um,
bird is the bird that you saw in that dream.
To be fair, I did never tell anyone about the dream. So.
You did not, but that's the bird that you saw in the dream.
Now, for me to gleam and try and recall any other further information, would this be like a religion or arcana check?
Nature or religion check, either one works for this.
Oddly enough, they're both exactly the same, so as a druid, I will default to nature.
20. You knew that that was one of the natural guardians. The thing that your mum was trying to create.
Now, the strange thing about that
Hmm.
is a natural guardian. How would a natural guardian be on a door in a temple?
it's not very natural, is it?
No, it is not. We should tear down this idolatry.
We should tear it down, Lorgar.
The guardians were worshipped like way back when.
Oh, so what you're saying is a natural guardian has been co-opted by these dirty bricklayers, these people
Yes.
who build things. Ugh. They are appropriating the natural world. I just don't care for that. But let's see what's on the other side of this door.
Okay. Lorgar, you walk up to the door.
I do. I join the sheriff by the door.
All right.
Can
The
I
way
try
you
to?
say bricklayer sounds like a horrific slur coming from
That is
Lord,
how it was intended.
which is kind of funny.
Can I try to? Can I try to push the door down?
Yeah, you don't even really need to make a strength check. It's a push door. As you put your hands on it, though, Christine,
Ooh.
your hair stands up on its ends a little bit. Like you feel static electricity.
See, it's good that you do that because I don't have any hair to stand on end.
As you push the door open, inside the room, you see 10 statues arranged, each one of them having some sort of crystal held in their hand, but each of the crystals appears to be almost cloaked in a sort of miasma of shadow. There's just like a slight bit of shadow stopping the crystals from glowing.
Wait, I've seen this puzzle in Genshin. We need a special tool.
Oh yeah, no, not that type
I
of
hate
puzzle.
the chasm.
Back to the chasm.
This is not a
Everyone's
chasm
favorite
puzzle.
zone.
I like
Oh.
Chasm though.
Christine will walk in and try to investigate the miasma as safely as possible.
It was a cool experience in terms of level design because it just kept going deeper.
It appears to be
Me on a
some
Saturday
sort of illusionary darkness. Like it's not physically there. As you move your hand through it, it's not there, but it's enough to keep the light from shining.
I don't think I have anything that can clear this up. You got any bright ideas? No pun intended. Lorgar?
I'm thinking, but unless it's like natural darkness, I don't really have much in terms of answers to it.
Well, shit.
Might I do a crafting check to try and perhaps divine something about these statues, perhaps vis-a-vis their intended purpose or their construction?
Yeah, make me a crafting check.
All right. 15, middling the road.
15's pretty good. Lorgar, you're able to notice one thing with that crafting check that is fairly obvious, but the statues that you've seen so far, each of them is represented here.
All right.
So, the ones that were in front of the frog, that sort of like knightly looking human and more roguish looking human, they're both here. It's the same statue even. Like they're there. And yeah, you can see that each of those pairs is represented here. And there's a couple of pairs that you haven't yet seen. But
Well, if I can remember the particular pairings, I'm going to attempt to take each statue
okay.
that is previously we've noticed have been paired together and attempt to twist them to look at each other.
As you attempt to move a statue, they are very clearly fixed in place.
Well, drat. Does anyone have the light cantrip? I'm looking around at the wrong people to be asking.
I can shoot at it.
Let me see what Dee Dee has. Dee Dee does not have light.
I feel like Twitty does.
Twitty's not here.
I know. That's the problem.
So we've got
Alec, you gonna help us with this, or are you just gonna sit in the kitchen?
Alec comes around the corner. I was cleaning everything up, leave it the way you found it and all that. It's an important rule of camping, honey.
Oh, bullshit.
I mean,
Who else is
outside,
gonna be
yes.
in
Rules
here?
of camping. Okay.
Inside as well, Lorgar. You must be polite anyway.
to all the people who don't live here anymore.
That's fantastic. That is some beautiful craftsmanship.
I thought that was funny.
All right. So let's run down what we got here. We got pairs of statues. We got darkness covering parts of the statues.
Yeah,
the
just these
crystals.
like little crystals that each one of them is holding in some way.
Anything else in this room of note?
Other than a very large mural of that same bird on the northern wall, nothing.
Oh, a thought occurs though. And we know the bird is somewhat associated with lightning, right?
You want to try electric arc in it?
I mean, it doesn't take a spell slot. What I am going to suggest, though, just because I know I have a reputation for certain things occurring when I cast spells, I'm going to ask everyone to leave the room, and I put my mummy cat in Honey Madeline's arms. Please take this out of the room.
I'm already out of the room, so that's no trouble.
All
I lean
right.
over to Alec and I just whisper,
He killed Darla.
And
Temporarily.
Alec looks you dead ass in the eyes and says, "Well, if it wasn't Lorgar, someone would have."
Shy alone.
she got better. Sort of.
All right. I'm going to approach
Better,
one
better
of
by
these.
Darla standards.
This
That's a
may
very
do
low
nothing.
bar, honey.
Ouch. I'm gonna approach one of these statues. I'm going to so say one of the statues is like holding this gem in their hand, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna place my hands on either side of the gem,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna sort of like run electric arc through my hands, like like a current.
As you run electric arc through your hands like a current, it dispels the shadow on that crystal for a moment, and the crystal does appear to light up. And it seems like there's almost like a thread of light that you could like grab. Like it almost looks like it has a mass to it. But after a short moment of your electric arc running through the crystal, the shadow retakes it.
Oh, here's a thought. All right, because I didn't expend any spell slots, I have another idea to try. So we got these pairs of statues. I'm going to look at a statue pair that I have seen before.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the particular properties of electric arc to try and zap two crystals at once with both crystals belonging to a pair that we have seen previously.
Yeah, you can do that easily enough. Nothing happens.
Drat. Well, non-standard game over. Well, I can't think of it.
Do they move at all?
No, I think we tried to move them. Even just twisting them and rotating them didn't seem to work. I don't know if we're supposed to use the chisels we found before, the stone-shaping chisels. That didn't have great results the last time.
And the statues are magical in some nature, so you don't know if the stone shaping
I suppose
chisels.
not.
Yeah.
Also, we could possibly soft lock ourselves out of the answer of the riddle if we stone shape the statues too much.
Can I make a perception check? I'm just... Ooh. Roll 20, stay with me now. I'm gonna step back into the room.
Okay.
Hand salt off to Dee Dee.
Yeah, I'm
Honey,
not
just
doing
like,
anything else.
Take this, thank you. Can I just make some kind of perception check to see, like, is there something that we've missed? We have the statues, we have the darkness, we have...
Oh.
That's, I mean, kind of it.
Yeah, make me a
General-
perception check.
I would like to join her in that, if possible.
Go for it. 21. Alright.
Nope.
Oh,
Ooh.
I am
Lorgar.
apparently depressed
Lorgar.
because of my failures.
That's a very pretty bird. But, honey, as you're looking around, you're reminded of, some time when you and Christine were doing a puzzle where one of, the pieces was missing, so you weren't able to figure out how to put it together all that easily. There's definitely something going on here, but maybe you just don't have enough information yet to figure out what it is.
Alright. It might be worth just looking in some of the other rooms. Maybe there's something in here that we don't have access to yet.
That's crazy. The puzzle should always be doable with everything you have in the initial room. Coming back later, after you've unlocked an item that can unlock a door, is crazy. That's just poor design.
Well, I didn't design this damn thing, Lorgar, so take it up with someone else.
Lorgar looks at the camera.
specifically this way, just in case it actually does anything. To the other side of the room, just to investigate the other door.
Oh my, that's quite the path.
Nothing happens when you walk over the tile, although those are some really nice smooth tiles. That's really it.
Her heel, slips just a little bit, and
Do you have healings?
anyone who makes at least a DC 11 perception, I'm calling it now, will notice.
I think that's my
everyone.
passive, my passive
That
perception
means
feat.
everyone! Is this door different than the others?
It is the same. It has that same beautiful engraving on it. It's very gorgeous. And once again, now that the room's been opened, that same static electricity isn't sort of happening when you push this door open.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Is this rubble blocking the way?
That is rubble fully blocking the way.
Okay, Christine will go up this way and look down this corridor.
It looks to be some sort of library.
Christine will feel the most ridiculous kind of vibe that says maybe we should explore the area ahead of us later, and we'll turn back this way and walk back down the hall.
I mean, honestly, feel free to go if you want.
Bet. Okay, fine. 'Cause
Alec-
it's a very long way around.
Yeah, Alec is going to stay here and investigate these statues a bit more and try to find some way to dispel the darkness.
Christine will approach the entrance into the library and just listen very carefully.
Dee Dee's
see
just
if
going
there's-
to come up next to you and just kind of... What you looking for? What?
Anyway, she'll turn her head back to towards the library, as it were, just listen to see if anything is going on inside, like if anybody's flipping through any pages or anything.
There's no sound coming from the library right now. It's very
Oh.
quiet.
No. Bill, are you saying there's silence in the library?
There's currently silence in the library, Matthew.
I don't
will
like
strike
either of
you.
you.
I don't know what you're referencing.
They're
and I
referencing
don't want
Doctor
to
Who.
do.
Well, Matt is.
She'll go down
I-
into the library and
Okay.
just take a step in.
Yeah.
We'll start here.
Nothing happens, Christine, when you step in there.
What is on these shelves?
A variety of books, mostly about like crafting.
Ooh.
There is sort of like it's each one is in different sort of sections. Lorgar, the moment you step into the library,
Oh shit.
The library explodes.
there is a
killing you
visible
instantly.
With knowledge.
there is a visible sort of vibration that happens. It almost seems like some sort of measure was tripped. And then floating out from
Oh.
the shelves
Poltergeist.
are a number of what appear to be
What the?
constructs with these like little
Shit.
light balls in their chest. Like they're like floating balls that have like a crystalline like lens. And we're going to
Would
roll for
any
initiative.
of
Can
us
you do that
know
zoom
what
in
they
thing?
are?
Yes, I can. This is using a Konrasu token.
Oh. Oh. He's just a little guy.
Yeah,
I
they're just,
like them.
there's just several small little guys. Just all floating.
Huh.
Alright, and I'm going to quickly
Suppose I should throw salt on the field too. Give me a minute.
color code the archive stewards. God, I hope I spelled steward correctly.
Did you spell it with a W?
Yes.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
the
go.
right
Nice.
spelling.
Suddenly I'm. Oh, my lighting setup is terrible. Salt, I choose you.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh no, I locked eyes with the stewards. We have to have a fight.
Yes. The stewards do seem to be very focused on Lorgar, specifically their arm.
Oh, my centipede thing.
Descending order. Dewdrop's going to go first. Something I don't like this bard song.
That's amazing impression, Will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fucking awful. I'm sorry. Dewdrop will start to sing their song and get things going, and then she will use her other remaining 2 actions to telekinetic projectile pink. 12 will unfortunately miss.
The rock star?
Yes.
Is Pink's music rock or is it pop?
It's like pop punk.
She does in fact say, so what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves. So
I am very impressed that you were able to pull that just up spontaneously.
Miss Honey Madeline, there are some constructs beginning to move.
Yep,
That is a thing that's happened.
there sure are.
It is your turn.
Is this one on the other side of the bookshelf in a way that Honey Madeline would not be able to see?
They're now
Are
floating
they
basically
above
like
the
just above
bookshelves?
them, and they're coming towards y'all. You have sight on them all currently that you can see.
Um, that's important. Well, let's feint,
Okay,
maybe. Hello, roll 20.
you're here.
maybe
Or-
Ooh,
someday.
a
Oh, okay,
29.
okay. Well, 29.
That is a successful feint.
Yeah. 20 hit
That's
twice
not
then. Bang, bang.
Bang bang into the room.
Into the room.
Miserable.
The
Very musical tonight.
both of them will hit actually. For
Oh.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage. You fire 2 shots into pink. and
Yeah.
you deal a good amount of damage.
I hate it here tonight. I don't know
Alrighty.
what's going on.
Look like it all goes through.
It all went through.
Okay.
Alrighty, this
Good
one's
to know.
going to go.
Then
It's going
that's my
to
turn.
spend 2 actions. Yes, I'll have to spend 2 actions. No. And they are going to fly to here. And then they are going to charge the little light crystal that makes up most of their body, and a core beam of light is going to fire out at Lorgar. Matt, does a natural 1 miss you?
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
Christine, you're up.
Can I just do any kind of check to see what these might be?
Yeah, this would be a Arcana check to identify these creatures.
Got it. Am I able, without with or without rolling? You can tell me.
Mhm.
Am I able to identify that they are going for Lorgar? I know
Yes.
you've told us meta.
It
but
is.
okay,
It is
cool, cool,
clear
cool.
that they are focusing their attention on Lorgar.
Okay. In another universe, Christine would pick this man up and run just to see what happens. But it's not this universe. The placement is just throwing me off a little bit, so I just want to
Yep.
ask for clarification. Am I able to attack it if I move right here?
You would. That one's above you. It's like 10
Yeah.
feet above you. You would need to get adjacent to it in order to
Heard.
get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case. Yeah.
Basically, unless you're doing a ranged attack,
And I
You
have
need
no
to-
ranged attacks.
you'll need to be on the same side as the bookshelf. Otherwise, the bookshelf will provide it cover. Honey was able to get this one because it was on top of, over top of the bookshelves.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
getcha. I just wanted to make sure to double sure. Yeah, we'll call it this. I'll try to get up close to her.
Okay.
Give her a little smack.
All right. Roll the hit. A 23 is a hit for 11 damage. It will take it. As you punch this one, the light begins to flicker, but then it still remains strong. Anything else on your turn?
That should be everything I can do.
All right, then. In that case, we come to Lorgar.
All right, Lorgar is where there might be something useful in this here library, which I'm assuming is full of books made of paper.
Yes.
All right, so I will
Don't
not
do
be using,
it.
I'll be not be using Flaming Sphere, that's for sure, because these are both books and probably very old books. So looking at them with a spicy thought in your mind would probably set them on fire. So I'm going to use something that only hits what I intended to. I'm going to use Electric Arc to go
Okay.
after purple and then green, I assume.
Purple and pink are the 2 damaged ones if you want to optimize.
Oh, yeah, I prefer to hit damage ones, you know. A cheeky little Electric Arc.
All right, they'll make reflex saves. I'm going to start with pink. Pink will succeed. Purple will fail critically. So that'll be 20 points of damage to purple. Purple will explode. Christine, I need you to make me a DC 13 Fortitude save as it explodes into a ball of light.
Oh no, they're both
Nat 20.
methods.
All right, you don't get blinded or dazzled.
Permanently?
Not
Okay.
permanently. The other one takes half, which is 5. All right, you have 1 action
Well-
left, Lorgar.
That actually, if that changes what I was going to do, because I was going to send Salt to flank with the sheriff, but now there's nothing to flank. So I'm just gonna cast guidance on the sheriff.
That is, yep, good enough. Alright, this one's going to go. It's going to
Join that guidance.
float 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. It can't quite get to an advantageous position, but it's going to float to there, and it's going to fire a core beam at Lorgar. 25 to hit you, Lorgar.
25, I'm pretty sure will hit. I'll double check. Yes.
Alright, that'll be 6 electricity damage. And the second attack, a 17 will probably miss you.
Yes.
Right, this one's going to fly twice to get to here. And it's going to do the same thing. Fire a core beam at Lorgar.
Oof.
For a 26 to hit you.
That will hit, so
For
it'll be
another
6 damage.
6 electricity. This one's going to fly up here, not being able to get a good beat on Lorgar. It's just going to come right up to Christine, and it's going to claw at them.
Oh god, they really do want to get me.
25 to get you, Christine.
She'll flinch a little bit as it hits, but yes, it does hit.
Alright, that'll be 4 as this thing just takes its like little... It looks like an arm that's basically just like the perfect size for like grabbing a book and just smacks you with it. Then Pink is going to go. Pink is going to fly to here. And then with their last 2 actions, they're going to light up their core heavily. And a flash of light is going to be produced in a 15-foot cone. So it'll be Lorgar, Salt, and Dee Dee who need to make me a DC 13 Fortitude save, as this creature has basically like a flash of light coming out from their core, almost blinding you for a second. Dee Dee will succeed, and it's not become dazzled.
Fortitude, you say?
Yep.
26.
Lorgar, you do not become dazzled. And Salt as
Does
well.
Salt? Does Salt need to check? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I have programmed this properly because they have a 1 in Fortitude.
They might not have a good fort save. You don't know.
Hold on a sec.
Yep. When we move on to that, Dee Dee is going to go. Dee Dee is going to continue doing Bard Song, and then she is going to...
Their fort should be a +8, so I'm just going to roll a d20.
And add 8. Perfect. You need a 13. 20. Okay, so this is fine. Dee Dee's going to Bard Song and then Telekinetic Projectile Pink. She will, with a 28, crit Pink for 14 damage as Pink bursts Lorgar DC 13 Fortitude save.
Oh, this is going to become irritating. Just.
Success, you're not dazzled. And we move on to Miss Honey Madeline as Dewdrop says, "Get him! Make him burst into light!" Dude, Honey, you're up.
All right. I think I can get orange from here, so I will reload and shoot twice.
The first one
Beautiful. Could be a
crits.
crit on the first one.
So hold your second shot because the first one crits and it basically one-shots them.
Nice.
Nice.
Light burst.
Do you think I can get green from here?
There's a wall. You would have had to move.
Yeah. Yeah, then I think the second one just, unfortunately, it would hit, but because it's part of the same action, I can't break it up.
Fair enough. It just fires. Both of them go right in there, and just this thing explodes.
Mm-hmm.
You got one more action, I believe.
I don't, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Then, moving right along, it is this steward's turn. This one's going to fire a beam of electricity at Lorgar. A 15 will miss. Second attack. A 20 to hit you, Lorgar.
21 will not hit. My AC is 21.
Alright. Christine, it is your turn.
I wear hide armor under my robes.
So it's hiding.
Ha ha ha. Christine will punch the blue one.
Crits! Christine, you punch this blue one, and as you hit the crystal, it bursts into light. Make me a fortitude save.
Can I argue using one of my actions to close my eyes?
You would have had to done that
That is
before
okay.
you strike.
That is okay. Okay.
It's a DC
you
13.
You said fortitude, right?
Yep.
Okay. God damn it!
You have a hero point.
I do.
27. There you
Yeah,
go. That is a success. You managed to avoid becoming dazzled.
that's fine.
I really like these guys in this flash of light ability. I think it's fun.
I
you
always
still
like
have-
abilities like that.
You still have 2 actions.
I do. If I am attacking a new target mechanic question,
Mhm. It's the
will it
second
be-
attack, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'll walk over here.
Okay. And
Still
you
hit.
will manage to hit with a 22 for 17 damage. Thank you, Bard Song. As you punch this one, the crystal manages to stay intact this time.
That
But-
should be everything then.
For how long? With Lorgar, it being your turn now.
Lorgar, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think, correct my math if I'm wrong here, Will, but if I shoot another electric arc at red, I should be able to get green too?
They're 5 feet short.
Yes. Alright, well, I'm not going to change my actions. I am going to shoot another cheeky little electric arc at red.
All right.
Not
Red
the
will
best
make a
damage.
reflex. They critically fail. So that'll
16
be
electrical damage.
18 electrical damage, Bard Song.
Ah, thank you.
They are still standing. It very much looks like you came close to overloading the crystal, but not quite.
With my second action, I have to look really close at this one. Okay, yeah.
Just keep in mind this
Salt.
one is above the bookshelf.
Oh.
Salt won't be able to get it. from
All
there.
right, Salt will just run at this one and. Go for the eyes, Salt. Can't do a sneaky one, but. Claws or jaws? It doesn't make. Go for claws. 22, dang.
For 23 for 3 damage, can Salt make me a fortitude check? As they bring their claw, they jump up towards this creature, they swipe the claw across the crystal, and the marks begin to dissolve into energy and then just burst into light.
Passes with a 15.
Alright, Salt
Pretty
is
good
not
roll for
dazzled.
Salt, honestly.
Dewdrop is going to go next. Bard Song is going to remain up. And she's going to pray. It's within 30. And she will teleconnect projectile, the last one. A 14 will just miss, I'm afraid. Miss Honey Madeline, you're up.
All right.
She
Yeah,
sends
I
like
think I will
books.
have
She's
to
just throwing books at them.
I think if I move here, I can get to green. So that means I'm only going to be able to reload and shoot once. So let's make this count. How's a 25 look?
That sounds like a crit.
A 25 is a crit. I will take it. That'll be 43 piercing to green.
You explode that poor little construct. It
Aw, poor
bursts
little
into a thing of
construct.
light. And Christine, make me a fortitude save.
Already on it.
Christine does not get flashbanged. Nice. But yeah, as the guardians like go down and like their crystals break onto the floor, the crystals themselves, even in this broken state, will be worth 5 gold apiece. So there's 6 5-gold crystals.
Very
love
nice.
gold.
Very nice. That's one for each of us.
In addition to that, there's a variety of books in this library. Different types of crafting. There is an entire section on woodworking. There's an entire section on stonecraft, metalcraft. There's a small magical crafting section. And then there's another section on woodcraft, but that one seems to all be centered around toys for some reason.
Well, I
Having
personally would like
samples.
to look at the stone crafting and the magical crafting books, if
Sure.
that's all right.
If you'd like, you can make me a Arcana check to try to find valuable information that's not basic.
Sure. I'm gonna slap myself with some guidance first, if I can do that.
Yep.
So 17 then.
Nice. Lorgar, as you're looking around, there's a couple of interesting books. Specifically in the magical crafting section, you do come across a book that is handwritten. It's not something that's been printed
Is it
in.
perhaps a journal?
Yeah, it is a little bit of a journal-looking thing. It's handwritten, hand-bound. It appears to be written by one of the monks here, and on it, all it simply says is creation and the soul of its creator.
How interestingly vague.
Looking into that interestingly vague title, you're thinking, this person is probably some like stone crafter. They didn't know what they were doing. You're looking into it, and it's describing a process for putting parts of a crafter's soul into their items that they make.
Does it describe as to the purpose intended in this?
Some form of
Like, did we just kill a bunch of a guy's soul pieces?
like some form of infusion. Specifically, it alludes to something called a soul cage.
Oh.
It's giving lich.
It's serving lich?
It's serving lich.
Well,
Anyway.
I will pocket this book for later study because there might be something useful in this for other things. Plus, there might be something about this place we're in. So, I will pocket this book.
Anyone else looking for any books in particular?
Christine's not exactly needing it, so she's not super invested. She'll just kind of tail Honey for any searching she might do.
Are they all on crafting?
Yeah, it's all on crafting. There is, once again, woodworking, stoneworking, a little bit of metalworking, a little bit of magical crafting.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's Honey's wheelhouse. So I think when she realizes there's nothing like, no dirty secrets or anything, then she's probably lost. She probably loses interest in this pretty quickly.
That's fair enough. But yeah. As Lorgar finishes up, Dee Dee's just kind of looking around at the books. Not meaning to stretch her out like that. She'll eventually come and point out that there is a room coming off the library. It looks to have a number of statues in it.
Are those tombs?
No, those are plinths that have statues on them. I just couldn't find any statues I like the look of in my map-making software. So, I'm going to tell you what the statues are right now. Over the statue in front here is that same bird that you've seen carvings of, but in statue form. Then over here, you have a statue of, once again, the frog that you saw carvings of, but like a full 3D statue of them. There's a rhino. There is a panther. And lastly, there's an axolotl.
Axolotl!
There appear to have been nameplates at some point, but they have been worn down by time to become illegible.
Interesting. Can I make a perception check to see if anything is trapped?
Yeah.
There have been a surprising lack of traps so far.
You're not
It's a
seeing
20.
You're not seeing any traps. You do see two statues that you saw in the other room. Two cats. Appear to be some sort of pair.
Do these turn or move in any way?
No.
Good idea,
So
though.
it's just two cats.
Mm-hmm. But that's
And I
another one of
can
the pairs that you now
see-
know.
Well, I can see the two cats over here. I just, beyond the fact that they both have two cats, I don't see how they correlate to one another. There's no...
It's the
there's
same
nothing to pick up
statue.
and bring...
Yeah.
Yes, I realize that, but you can't pick it up and move it. There's nothing to take from it. There's no way to move either set of statues to match one another.
There's not.
They're just there. Okay.
Just there.
Is there like a discernible order that they're in?
What do you mean by that? I can maybe clarify, but I don't quite understand. Sorry, Cooper.
Like maybe there's an activation order or something like that.
You can tell that each of these statues is like each of these like smaller statues is attached to one of the like larger deities or guardians. These two cats appear to be attached to that birds in some way.
The two cats appear to be attached to the birds?
Yeah, like the bird, like the very large bird statue. Like they appear to be...
Like they're correlated to each other, like they're linked, right?
Yeah, like they're kind of linked. So like the very large bird, it appears as though like the two guardians that represent that bird are these two cats. For the frog, it's that human and that knight and the rogue. For the rhino, it's the other two humanoids. For the panther, it was the cat and the humanoid, like the more sphinxy looking cat. And there's that axolotl, so there's probably one more set of statues somewhere here.
I wonder if we have to, if the statues in the other room with all the statues can't be moved. I wonder if we're just we're supposed to light them up in a specific order.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I do wonder if it's the order, like, if it's just the sort of the order in they're found. Like, we start with the ones at the very bottom here, and then go across, and then around, and then up to the other.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head was going, and that's mostly what I was trying to get at when I said, like, if there was an order to them.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, there might still be something over this way.
Well, perhaps we should go take a look. I guess we've looted the library of everything valuable or interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honey, as you're exiting the library, you can see what appears to be some sort of, like, magical darkness. And it has, like, you can tell it has weight. It's kind of, like, undulating in space.
Ugh.
I'm also going to do a quick medicine check on myself.
Ooh,
Nope.
no you're not.
Nope.
Do you have a hero point, Matt?
I do.
Oh,
Alright, Matt, roll your damage on yourself, please.
God.
Alright, hold on. What are the odds of that happening?
really
Two
fucking
ones,
low, but
like,
I do sincerely think that Roll20's random number generator is not so random when it comes to re-rolling like that, because it just happens too often.
I take 8 damage, I think.
Yep, you do.
Not max damage.
Which is ironic. I went from 2 minimums to a maximum. 26. Okay. I run all
Well,
Honey,
spend heal on
yeah.
myself.
as you enter the room, you can see what appears to be two sort of, like, meditation areas, each one marked off by several lanterns.
Are
the
the lanterns?
lanterns appear to be, like, shifted off of their base slightly.
Shifted off of their base slightly.
Yes, like these lanterns don't look like these lanterns.
Oh, I see. They're rotated.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I will unrotate them then.
As you do the first one, there is a click, and the lantern begins to light up a little bit brighter. If you continue to do so, eventually, as each of the lanterns is corrected in positions, the lights begin to light up very brightly, and for a brief second you are blinded. But then the darkness, very similar to the darkness that was around the statues, appears to be dispelled.
Nice.
And there are now 2 more statues for your viewing, as well as the mural of the axolotl with these 2 sort of horse-riding figures in front of it. One is a centaur, the other is just a person on a horse. but there's no centaur statue.
Okay. I think we are going to need to label what these statues are. So this one, I'm going to put an A for axolotl. That's what this mural is. B for bird. That's what this statue was. Do me a favor and remind me what was...
Rhino.
Rhino and...
Frog.
Rogue.
Panther. You've explored the whole map now. In addition to that, when the darkness is dispelled, there is what appears to be a small bag left in the middle of that area. Honey, if you grab it, you can see inside of it is 30 gold worth of gemstones.
Very nice. That's 10 gold for each of us here.
Oh, okay.
Or 5 gold
okay,
if we split
wow.
it 6 ways.
I mean, we did the work. We fought some stuff in a library.
We really ate.
I mean, I'm down to like half my hit points.
That's
Yeah.
true. So that sounds like we're each getting 10 gold.
Yeah, we worked
you go.
really hard.
Delete this VOD. No one can know.
Stricken from the record.
It is forebodden.
Alright.
That has forebodden.
All right.
Okay.
Arf. Arf. I'm just looking at the spelling of the letters we put on the bottom.
That's true. It could
Fart.
spell
Fart.
something.
It spells fart.
Well,
it
yeah,
spells
but
barf. Barf.
Barf.
makes you laugh.
And that will be the name of the episode.
Barf.
Barfed.
Barf. With a P at the end.
Barfed.
Barf.
I love ARF.
Barf. Well, were there any murals, Will, in the original room that I'm forgetting about?
In that original room, there was just a very big picture of the bird.
Interesting.
Alec kind of lets out a shout. Whatever y'all did, the shadows are gone.
Ah, so it's not undoing the shadows in a correct order. Well, if this room has bird in it and this statue has bird, maybe these cat statues are the more important ones?
Mhm.
I am truly just spitballing here.
Do y'all want to move back into the other room and see what's changed in it?
Sure.
Or,
Yeah. I'll just move you all for ease. Oh, or not.
uh-huh.
So, a couple of things have changed. Number one, each of the statues now, the crystal they have is glowing. You can see if light could have mass, the light almost has mass. Like, it looks like you could grab it and pull it.
Okay. 8.
Is this one of them slidey puzzles where what we gotta slide stuff somewhere?
You could experiment a bit.
Christine will
Experiment,
try
but
to,
then we might find things out, and that would be
Christine will
hard.
try to, very in character, take one of the crystals.
Mhm.
Like, we'll pull on it.
The crystals are firmly fastened in place.
She'll try harder. She'll start to pull the statue.
As you're starting to pull, the light kind of glues onto your hand, and like you pull your arm back, and a string of light. Which statue are you doing this on?
Oh, great question. Let's do it on. I'll do it on this one.
Okay, place yourself where you're standing. Yeah, and the string of light begins to pull out, and the square you're on, the light causes it to light up.
She seems confused.
And this like beam of light is now glued to your hand.
Oh, she don't like that.
Oh, is this one of those puzzles where you gotta get things to line up to each other without having the lines touch each other?
We sure did a lot of puzzles when we were little girls, huh?
Something like that.
She'll still not really know what to do with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm drawing a bit of a blank myself.
I mean,
so
it's
out of curiosity, if I
Yep.
grab the light from this one and just connect it to this one,
where are you grabbing it from?
this?
No, but what space are you grabbing it from?
This one, I suppose.
Yeah, as you do so, the two crystals connect and they light up. The square that you're standing on also lights up.
Okay.
And they stay connected.
They stay connected. I'm going to just, for the sake of ease, honey, if you want to move your token,
No.
I'm just going to draw a purple line
Ooh.
connecting the two.
Ah, and it cannot be diagonal. That is good to know. I think I was right about the type of puzzle this is. You can't cross the streams. It's a Ghostbusters line puzzle.
Sure called it that, bud.
And I was sure right about that as well. What about it?
I'm just being sassy.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Fun fact, I'm not good at these puzzles.
Well, which ones specifically did we manage to connect here? Which ones are those?
Those
These
ones,
two.
yeah, those are the two riders. So those ones were the ones that were attached to the axolotl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any sense in just attempting to connect all of the pairs now, or?
Yeah. I
Yes,
think
but we
so.
have to make sure the lines don't cross one another.
Oh, okay.
I
was
think
trying to
I
zoom
think
in
that's
here.
the challenge. That's my
Which-
assumption anyway.
Which statue am I standing in front of again, Will?
You're
What-
standing in front of the mage. I'm not going to make y'all run around looking at the map. The mage is the one half of the Panthers
Yeah.
duo, and the other half of the Panthers duo is the Sphinx-looking one right here.
I see.
Could you do me a huge favor, Will, and
Yeah.
color code the ones that are supposed to go together?
Yeah, sure. Here, I'm going to
That would be very helpful.
I'm going to make like a little red circle, and then I'll do like different colors for the ones that are supposed to go together. Does that work?
Thank
That
you.
will make me very able to solve this puzzle.
Yeah, make the ones that are supposed to go together the same color.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Because I could go and like continually reference back and forth to the other statues on the map, but this will go a lot faster.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
I like the shapes and colors.
They're pretty.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. DM.
No worries.
Ooh, this is a tad
This is
tricky.
going to be a little hard.
Puzzles!
Right. I don't know.
The
I don't know.
other thing I need to know is, does it have to be from the front of one to the front of another, or could I say connect the backside of this one to the backside of this one?
If you try, you can. If
Okay.
that's something you want to do.
Alright, that's also good to know.
I will say it does seem like the crystals are meant to attach to each other, and that might be easier than attaching them to their backs or
We
other
cannot
sides.
trap this one.
You know what, honey, for that 16, for that perception check you did earlier, I'm going to say, you definitely know that the easiest way to connect them would definitely be by attaching their fronts to each other.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Like that's a hint to the puzzle that you picked up on earlier that you are now able to realize.
Interesting.
And we cannot cross them.
You cannot cross the streams.
This is proving troublesome then.
Yep. And I just triple checked. Everything is correct, and this is fully solvable.
How low is your IQ?
It's fine. I have my key up on my third monitor, so I'm just making sure that I matched everything
Well,
up.
here's
and
the
didn't fuck it
question
up.
though: can the things only essentially go across the middle of tiles, or can they go in the spaces between tiles?
They can only go through like the middle of tiles.
That seems
So like with honeys here, for example, this first one, it goes one tile and then down.
We are looking at finding the best route for orange and blue based on what I'm looking at right now.
My biggest problem is red, because red can only go two ways, and only one way, because it's gonna hit orange no matter what it does if it goes to the left.
If we try to take red up this way, it will cause blue to become trapped,
Yeah.
so we can't do it that way. So red has to connect from here to over here somehow. But if we do that, it creates a bottleneck for orange.
Yes.
Well, what if we did blue all the way around? Maybe. No. That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy. We
because
could also do blue up and around this way.
Could
I
theoretically
will.
also take
I'm going
blue
to.
here.
I'm going to move the blue circle for a second, just so you can see the front of that statue a little bit better. The front of the knight-looking statue is north-facing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So blue has to connect here. Christine will walk over to it.
Okay.
And she'll drag the light.
As you walk over to it, and like don't consciously think about moving the light in a direction, it will disattach from you.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, because you still had one.
You still had one attached to you.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So this, where the circle is on this one, is the front of the statue, right?
No, that's the back of the statue. I just moved it so you could see the front.
That's
to the front.
totally fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. So I'll drag the light from blue
Okay.
here to here to here and connect it to this statue.
All right, I will draw that line for you right now. Blue. Boop. Duke. All right.
Okay, that's a problem, because now red can only go one way potentially.
Well, it
or-
would have,
Red was always going to have to go one way.
Yeah.
because that's the direction it's pointing.
It's just orange either blocks red or it blocks pink.
Well, does it block
Not-
pink? Remember?
Not necessarily. I think I see it now. So Christine will walk back over to red and drag it from here to here
Okay.
and then up to here
Okay.
and here.
Yep. You
All
do
the way
that.
on the outside.
I will make that line for you now. Red. Boop. 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 Oh, that was not supposed to become red. Nope. Game. Roll 20. There we go. Alright. As Christine is just like pondering all of this, Salt's just batting at some like rubble between their cat paws, like whack 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 whack.
Okay, I see how it can work now.
This is the front of the statue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We'll drag here, here, here,
Yeah.
here, and then all the way around back to here.
All right, I will draw that line for you. Boop 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 boop
Okay.
boop 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 boop. Okay.
I love these puzzles. And then I will drag this one from here
Yeah.
to here to here to here to here.
I'm glad I gave you a puzzle that you liked, Cooper.
I've just always been kind of like autism turns on.
It is a lot easier to visualize if you can draw something. Then it's hard to, for me at least, to
I mean, you
entirely
should all
picture it
have
in my
access.
mind.
You should all have access to the drawing tools.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
But I'm stupid.
Confuse people.
That's fair. But yeah, as you connect each of the bands of light to the statues, the floor beneath you begins to shake, and the statues dissolve and dissipate. And it is replaced by a stairwell leading downstairs.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
You got the fire wand.
You've got mail.
Well, nowhere to go but down, I suppose.
Ladies first.
As
Christy will
you're
just walk down.
making your way down the stairs, you can notice that the mural of the bird is now lit up, and like it has this like beautiful glowing magical effect that seems like it's irradiating electricity. Like there's almost like a burst of electricity coming out of it.
That's kind of slay.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all are able to walk downstairs. You can see as you get down to the bottom of the stairs after about 10 minutes of walking. A shining orb in the distance and light just coming out from that room. But
Let's
right
look
now,
over here.
you're in a bit of an antechamber. The stairwell has like thinned down into very like 4x4, basically like a 20-foot stairwell. There are 2 stone tablets, each of them depicting different like artistic scenes on the walls. This first left stone tablet is depicting the similar bird. And
word.
on the right stone tablet, you can see a draconic-looking figure.
Oh.
Interesting. That's the first time we've seen that.
Not a dragon, but like a little kobold-looking figure.
Oh, very different.
Yeah, that is very different.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to clarify.
Still,
Fair
though, I
enough.
think the first time we've seen that.
Each of them having a similar static electricity effect around them.
Interesting.
Right or left, friends?
Oh, why not left?
Alright, let's stick with the bird. The bird is...
Alright.
I just feel real good about the bird, yeah.
There's the word.
Bird.
You open that door, and inside is a chamber. There are several statues of monks, basically preserved in stone. People can make me a nature check.
Well, I don't know
Nature.
about people, maybe
Yeah,
Lorgar.
maybe a nice
singular.
crocodile,
Oh,
alligator.
Yeah,
nat
apparently.
20.
Lorgar, those are not statues; those are petrified people.
But they have still been arranged along the walls like some
Yeah.
sort of macabre gallery. Oh
Yes. They are petrified people. In addition to that, you can see 2 more stone tablets. Similar structure, bird, kobold, and a smaller orb in the middle here.
Let me ask you the question though, Will. What kind of vibe am I getting from these petrified people? Are they the kind that if we trigger some mechanism that will unpetrify them, they will run at the first thing they see and try and kill it?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
I mean, with the natural 20, the vibe check you get is that these are once people that have been petrified.
Well, let me ask you this. Do they look like just people? Are they wearing, like simple peasant clothes? Do they have weapons on them? Do they have armor? What do they look like?
They don't have armor, but they do appear to be holding those chisels. Like, it appears as though these are like the craftspeople of the temple that have been petrified.
Interesting. I'm gonna put just an idea out there.
All of them, I'll say, are very old looking. Like, it looks like they came towards like the end of their life, and then they were petrified and
How
preserved.
peculiar. I'm not necessarily advocating this idea I'm about to put forth, but I'm just saying, if we are concerned with the idea that these old people with their chisels might come to life at some point and attack us, before we do anything else, we could push all of them over and shatter them.
What do you think would happen if we used the chisel on them?
Well, I'm not entirely sure that would be a good idea because while stone shaping them while they are still stone would be like, I think, chopping bits off their bodies. So if they were then unpetrified while parts of them had been changed, it could be exceedingly painful or fatal.
I mean, so too would be pushing them over.
Well, yes, I'm just... Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know what I was going there for there. I apologize. I'm not thinking straight right now. I'm developing a bit of a headache.
I think we could rationalize breaking them, and I think we could
Well,
rationalize.
they could also be helpful peoples. I'm not sure. It just seems like, one of those things that, oh boy, it's a room full of petrified people. Sure hope nothing bad happens.
I have an important question that I don't think has been answered yet, which is, what is the expression on these faces?
That's fair.
Peaceful.
Oh.
So they wanted this. Fucking weirdos.
That or they were taken in their sleep.
Peaceful, like, purposefully peaceful, or peaceful like they are asleep?
Unaware.
Like they took this position, they closed their eyes, and they
Oh,
became
so
stone.
like monk peaceful.
Yeah, like inner peaceful.
This was a ritual.
Yeah.
Inner peace.
They knew what was
Master
coming. They
Oogway.
wanted to be a part of their work. There is a quiet part of Honey that is very curious to see what would happen if you used that chisel on them and then tried to wake them back up.
There is a loud part of Christine that thinks it should be something we just chisel right out.
What, that thought process, or?
Yes.
But yeah, I think Christine sees it on Honey's face where she's just like, what would happen? But I suppose there's no need to be getting into that kind of trouble just yet. There is also a glowing orb in here.
There is
So
a
we
glowing
contemplate the orb.
Yeah, Alec is going to go and start looking around as well. The room. And nothing appears to activate when he steps in. Oh, these are very fascinating statues. Oh, these are people ones. Oh, this is a tomb, perhaps?
Something like that.
Some sort of macabre art exhibition?
Probably a little of column A and a little of column B.
No. Alex is going to start looking at the statues.
They seem far too pleased with themselves in their current forms. I am a little pensive to do anything that may release them from these forms.
Yeah. I'm of the same mind, personally. Curious, of course, but not curious enough that I want to go kicking up trouble.
Well, before we do anything in this here room, why don't we go look at the other room? Just to be sure.
There's one other room, and then there's also
The main room.
this down here, which I'm assuming is blocked off by this here.
There's a very large gate blocking it. Like, it's a see-through gate, but it's like a full portcullis.
I do think I might try to be able to pick the lock if there's a
Here's
lock
the thing,
on
though.
It is not locked. It is like a
What is the floor there made of there, Will?
stone.
We could just go under the gate with stone shape.
That's a fun idea, Lorgar. I start chiseling at the floor.
All right. As you begin to chisel at the tiles, make
DM
me
throws something at you.
a will save.
The DM says, no, don't do it that way.
Because remember,
Let's explore this area later.
Why don't we explore the area ahead of us later?
That is a failure.
I got a good use.
You want your game to be
22.
soft-locked.
That's 26.
Okay, with a 26, you manage to break the will of the chisel, shaping the stone to a shape it does not want to be. What shape would you
I'm
like
not
it
trying
to
to
take?
shape the chisel. I'm trying to shape the
Yeah,
floor.
you're trying. Yeah, you break the
Mine
will of the
broke
stone.
chisel.
You made
Okay.
the chisel works to take the form that the stone wishes to take. You
Okay.
have broken past that barrier and are
I
managing
remember
to
that
force
from
your
last
own.
session.
You're managing to force your own will on this inanimate object.
I don't think that's how inanimacy works.
I
But,
remember that from last session being how the gargoyle statue became
King of Gargoyle.
bad. Yeah.
But
As
the gargoyle statue was animate.
yes,
Anyway, I
as
I
you
make
begin
the floor
shaping,
my bitch.
Rocks
as you began
complicated.
making, as you began making a hole, the portcullis extends further down.
It's only got to go so far. There's
And
only so
eventually
far
you
portholes
don't
can go.
hit stone anymore. There is like this like mesh of a strange material you've not seen.
So let
Okay.
me just understand this, Will.
Mhm.
The portcullis
Yeah,
has gone down, meets a mesh now that is not stone that can't be shaped.
yeah, it's not a
All right,
stone
which
mesh.
shapes around the side?
You
That
go,
sounds like a great idea, Lorgar.
you go to do that. Make me another will save. Each
And
stone
what?
has their own will.
That's a
25. You're able to do
Oh,
so.
well, I was gonna do it, but okay.
And as you do to the side, it's that similar mesh again. It's almost like
It's shaped like railroads.
No, it's not. It is. I don't know how to describe rubber to these characters, but it's like rubber. It's like
Did
rubber
it eat
wires.
the gum fruit?
No, it's like rubber wires that have been like tightly coiled together.
The
Like
rubber
you've-
railroad.
Hold on. Rubber wires?
Yeah, like it looks like rubber wires, but your
Okay,
characters
so we
wouldn't
can
know
just
what
cut
rubber
those
wires
then
are.
because they're not as hard as stone.
Yeah.
Unless there's electricity going through them. That's the only reason I could think why rubber would be involved.
I have a cantrip for that.
I bet you do.
Lorgar? let you do the honors.
Fry the wires.
All right.
Let's blow this place up.
That's
apparently.
crazy, and I love it.
I love it.
I take
your
a
thing.
fat step back.
We came up against something that the DM is kind of hinting he doesn't want us to do. We're like, oh no, we're gonna push
No,
that
no,
button.
y'all are good. You're fine.
Christine smiles as she feels something about this is somehow spitting in the face of God.
All right. So where is everyone going to be while Lorgar does this Lorgar maneuver?
Since you're
Christine will stand
asking,
right
I think
with
I'm
them.
going to take another fat step back.
Are you?
Christine will stand right
Salt's
with
gonna
them.
hide in the other room.
2 rubber walls
Salt,
away.
Salt, where are you going?
A rubber room full of rats.
Crazy? I was crazy
Crazy
once.
What's it? Something. It's the. Don't talk about Bruno's song, but it's every second lyric. It's just rats.
Rats!
The long is back, 6 feet tall.
7-foot rats. Rats
Rats so long as rats.
So Lorgar, what are you doing?
Is the sheriff still sticking there?
Yeah, Christine will stand. She will stand shield up.
Well, look,
covering
sheriff,
you.
I'm not going to do this directly in my face. I'm going to go to the maximum range my cantrip allows. So you might as well come back, like here.
All right.
Unless you're literally trying to shield me.
Well,
Okay,
I
no,
would
okay,
advise-
that's fine. I didn't expect- we know what we know what this
Unless
group
you're trying to
dynamic
shield
is.
me. Well.
well,
Well. I mean, I guess, since you're asking.
All right, I see these exposed, strange mesh of rubber that I don't understand because I don't think rubber plants exist in the desert, so I don't know what rubber is. This is weird. I'm just gonna electric arc it, see what happens.
You electric arc the rubber. The rubber does not
Yeah.
connect to electricity.
Yeah.
Does it melt it though?
The rubber is immune to electrical damage.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case.
All right, I'm
I
gonna take
think
out my
it's funny.
spear.
Dee Dee offers to use telekinetic projectile to, like, slash them.
That sounds like a good start, Dee Dee.
Okay. Dee Dee will do that, and as she does, there's a huge spark. Just like a huge flash of light, and then the wires go limp, on the ground. But it looks like you could basically, squeeze through the side of this wall now into this room.
They're not still sparking, are they?
They are no longer sparking.
I should also ask, the portcullis, it is bars, right?
Yeah, it's metal bars that is just...
How tight are the bars? How much space is in between them?
That much. Very small.
Alright, so salt could fit through because cats are half liquid. Just force the cat through.
Would you like to send Salt to their second death?
Okay. Tipping your hat there a little, Will.
Alright.
Okay.
Wow.
Alright, let's go contemplate the orbs.
I don't know, you
Obviously,
can squeeze through it right now. You can go in right now.
Probably we shouldn't. We don't want to have to be trying to squeeze through if there's some sort of combat
I
situation.
just did all that work, Lorgar, to not go through this way.
Honey, do you step
that's
out?
your decision.
What did we do all this for, Lorgar? What was it all for?
Honey, I'm saying this as your name, not as a term of endearment. Just gonna.
I know what my name is, Lorgar.
Yeah, I didn't want to get the wrong impression. I'm saying, honey. An important truth that you may have noticed about life is often results do not lead to, or effort does not lead to results. There is no justice or rhythm to the world. You can spend your life laboring at something and fail utterly.
Maybe you can spend your whole life working at something and fail at it, Lorgar.
Oh.
I think I'm built different. I'm gonna go through.
All right, honey.
Literally famous last word.
As you squeeze through,
Yep.
You see
Tarrasque appears.
a shining orb.
I sure do.
In addition to that shining orb, this entire room is filled with that bird iconography.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And
Will, is that an orb, or does it perhaps resemble an egg?
it's an orb, not an egg.
A
It
new hand
it is a
touches
full-on
the
orb.
beacon.
It's like a little beacon.
A
But yeah,
beacon!
you squeeze in, you see the beacon. You can see from there some statues, those same cats that were attached to the bird before. In the middle of the room here, there appears to be a almost like light coming through. And that same tile that was used for prayer is over here as well. It's almost
light
like
coming from underneath.
There's a light strip along that path.
Oh, they got the LED light strips.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
they got
they got the
LED.
RGB lights.
There's LED light strips. It's sort of inlaid into the stone. But
They got the 2020 Gamer Bro room in here.
What
Dan.
kind of audio setup do they have? Hold on, where's
They
the
have
webcam?
the
Dee Dee's
Amazon
squeezing
Ivy
in.
on the walls.
Dee Dee's going to squeeze into the room as well.
There's a plaque on the wall that says "Live Life." Something.
Christine will also squeeze in, and
Alright.
she'll just get directly in front of Honey.
Perfect. Lorgar, you going to join them?
I suppose.
All right.
And Salt just walks through
Salt
nonchalantly.
just walks through.
TPK.
So, as you all are now in the room, all you see now is the orb and these fantastic carvings of this bird.
What does my Geiger counter say?
There's no Geiger.
Curses.
Honey, are you approaching the orb?
I
Oh,
want to
no.
get a better look at it. Can I perceive the orb?
Make me a
please?
perception check.
Roll
Can I join her on that
perceive the
perception
orb.
check?
28.
It is a sky blue orb. It is about the size of a 5-pin bowling ball.
Oh.
And you can almost see electricity crackling off of it.
So maybe not touch it.
It's not a lot of electricity. It's that slight little bit of static just coming off of the orb.
So maybe do touch it?
I mean, it definitely looks like you could go grab the orb.
thing is, I don't know what this is actually worth or made to do. Curious as I am, I don't know if it's worth risking my life to pick it up. With, I guess this would be a separate perception check, but is there anything in this iconography along the walls, along the pillars, that would imply what this is?
Make me a perception check.
27, god damn.
Taking a closer look at the bird iconography, specifically along this back wall and this tablet right here,
Okay.
you can see the bird basically hovering above in the sky and striking lightning down onto this orb. And then as you take because you can wander around a little bit, you figure it's safe to just not touch the orb. You take a look at another one of the tablets over there, and it shows the bird basically being pulled into the orb.
So maybe it's true.
But definitely not an egg.
Looking at each of the stone tablets closely, you get a general idea of the story. You see a whole bunch of those bug creatures chasing after what looks to be humans or humanoid folks. You see some of the bug creatures escaping and offering to aid the humans, and with that, combining with their powers, you see the guardians, like these nature guardians, being created. Then coming over here, you see these nature guardians battling off with a very large looking bug. That very large looking bug being split into many pieces, one of which, with your 27, you can tell is the crawling heart sliver, the millipede that Lorgar has attached to his arm. Then you see, as that creature's being broken apart, it lets out a final sort of blast of energy, and each of the guardians defends the land and defends the people from it. You see the guardians beginning to wither and decay. You see the bird striking the orb with lightning, and then you see the bird going into the orb.
Bird orb.
Honey, from fully on the other side of the room, is I think there's a bird god in that thing.
That's ridiculous, honey Madeline. It looks nothing like an egg.
I didn't say it was an egg.
Then how can there
Shut
be
up,
some sort of
Matthew.
bird in it? You don't
Does
know
it make
nothing
this
about
easier
birds.
for you if I tell you that the bird is also a god, guardian, deific being of some sort?
Well, that would just mean the egg would need to be even more impressive looking. I know I'm just being a
Why don't you
secret.
go sit on it, Lorgar, and see what happens? See what
Okay,
you can hatch.
considering as that my people actually do lay eggs, I feel like that is slightly inappropriate.
A little bit racist, honey. And you know what? Kind of liked it.
Darn.
What's a little fantasy racism between friends?
Oh, you're a drow? You don't need to intimidate me.
Oh god.
Um,
Well, shit. What are we supposed to do with it?
that's an interesting question. I mean, do we want to... Well, here's the question. If the possibility existed within everything in this temple to release or, I don't know, hatch this bird thing from here, is that something we'd want to do?
Why don't
I
we
mean-
ask our friend?
I'll just say now,
Alec comes out of the room.
I am slightly leaning towards the idea of doing that because it's a nature kind of guardian kind of thing. So I prefer it be out in the world, especially if it's not in there voluntarily.
You can definitely see based on these. You can definitely see based on the tablets that these guardian creatures, whatever they were, be it God or powerful force of nature, were definitely opposed to the bugs that seem to be overtaking this continent.
We might have to release it just for the sake of getting these bugs out of here. Which means we need to figure out how to release it.
Well,
Does that mean we have to go back through the stupid gate that we worked so hard to open?
I mean, we learned what we learned. We now have at least motivation to.
I mean, have any of you tried just touching the orb?
I've been thinking about it, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of tempting.
Christine will touch the orb.
That's Christine.
Oh, Christine just...
Christine, do you begin to approach the orb?
Christine will begin to approach the orb on that recommendation.
When you get to here, the orb is going to burst into electrical light. And now appearing above it is a very large bird, completely made from electricity. As it stands, as it sort of just floats there, you can see the power just crackling off of it. It looks down at you, and it looks down at the group, almost taking you all in. This is not quite right, but I suppose it will have to do. It is time for the new trial of the Guardians to begin.
Trial?
With a very loud caw, the bird is going to lift its wings up and almost break free from the orb, and we are going to begin next week with initiative as you all face the Guardian of the Skies.
This is giving Breath of the Wild.
This is a boss fight.
See,
It's
you
a
said
what?
you said a trial. I thought we were then going to turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
Nice. But thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of Wild Ambition. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel. And we will see you all on the next one for the thrilling conclusion of the Guardian's Temple. Thank you all.
Are we not gonna see people until the new year for Wild Ambition? Because we've got the
Christmas
holiday
special
next week.
Yeah, holiday special 20th, and then we have the 27th. Unless people are busy on the 27th.
Me?
I
should
think
be
it would be
Working
a-
Christmas week?
We
I
can
think
take
it would
a
be a
week
good
off.
idea to say
I think we should.
Wiggly hand gesture for the 27th, because I know people are either going to have absolutely nothing going on or absolutely everything going on.
So maybe 27th, worst comes to work, we'll be back on the 1st with
But just in case we
that.
don't see you on this particular show until the new year,
No, we have the
Merry
holiday
Christmas,
special.
Happy Hanukkah.
We have the holiday
Yeah,
special
but
next
still,
week.
But still, let's dubious canonidity.
Alright, but yes, thank you all so much for coming tonight. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel. Elder Worm is rating, so we're going to go say hi to them. Thank you all so much for coming. Happy holidays from all of us here at twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
For a boss fight with phases and mechanics!